Okay, guys. So some students actually ask me how to use the Fib because they don't understand, right, the Fibonacci. So I'm going to do just a simple video to explain this. It should be quite straightforward. Okay, first thing first, just take note, right? Fibonacci is just drawing straight lines, right? You can draw a straight line here. You can draw a straight line here. You can draw a straight line here, for example, right? Based on whatever reasons. So it's just drawing support and resistance, okay, on your chart. So just take note, there are two type of Fibonacci, right? This is the function here, this is the retracement, and this is the extension. So I will go through the first one first, called retracement. Okay, retracement is very simple. Retracement is point A to point B. Okay, so for example, if you know your swing high and your swing low, you can already be doing it. So take for example this period here. Okay, obviously this is the swing high. This, you always take the impulse move, that means the start of the move. This is the highest price, and ever since then, right, everything is all making so-called lower low, lower high, right, all the way down to approximately here. So once you know your swing high and your swing low, if you want to find out your resistance level, you can use a retracement. So just remember, when you pull from the top means here, you pull it down, you will see resistance level. Vice versa, if you pull it down to the top, you'll see support level. Right, so you can see that, for example, these are my resistance level, which I think is quite obvious. There's a very strong resistance at 378. Right, from the charts you could already tell. Look at these 2 weeks here, right? There is something hitting them, and then it dropped lower. As of now, it is also a Fib level, at which is the 0.382. That's why when the market hit, there's some difficulty there, and now we are pulling back, right? So this is your resistance level. Where is the next resistance? Assuming that we can break above this, right, the next resistance would be 384, right? Based on the Fibonacci, that is a resistance level. So what are these used for? Right, maybe if you want to short, you are watching there to reject, to short, or if you are in a long position, you want to take profit, by all means, you should already be scaling out, maybe let's say 40%, 50%, so on and so forth, right? So when you pull from top down, you are finding a resistance. Now, alternatively, right, as of today, this is, we can't really call this the swing high yet because it's still moving. But assuming this is the swing high, right, I think we have the swing low here today and the swing high here, let's say today. So if I want to find support level, I will just do the same retracement. I will put from the lowest and I pull it up to the highest, right? Extend it further. You can see that my support levels are here, right? The first obvious support is the 382, which is $371. That day it came there and bounced off, right? So that is the nearest resistance. The next resistance would be 368. 368 is a very strong level because it's the 0.5 plus is a gap fill, right? There's a gap here, right? The gap happened here. So these are the key levels, support, right? So on and so forth. So retracement is usually very, very straightforward. Basically, you're just finding support and resistance through this move. The only thing you have to be very careful is make sure you can see the swing high and swing low first. So for example, assuming that today the stock is here, let's say the current price is here, please do not take your swing low, which is here, and put it here, because you will never know whether this is the swing high, right? For all you know, tomorrow it goes higher, right? So for it to be a swing high, the price must already reject, assuming the price is here today. Yes, you can use this as the swing high and you pull it this way. And then my first support will be this, followed by this, followed by this. Usually the first one is useless, right? The second and third and fourth one is the more strong levels. Yeah, so that is for the retracement part. Yeah. Okay, so for the other part called extension, assuming, okay, so extension is assuming that the stock is here today. can you see that we are literally at so-called maybe all-time low, for example, because there's nothing here on the chart, there's nothing here anymore, right? So I want to find out where would this drop to. That is when I will use extension. So extension, you are always using your ABC, right? ABC, A is usually what we call a swing high, B is a swing low, and C is the next swing high. So you can see it's a wave pattern. Basically, the stock is doing this. This is the highest price. We drop all the way to approximately here. This is your wave 1. Your wave 2, it went up. So you are always connecting 0 to 1 to 2, right? So in this example, you will be using extension instead of retracement. Retracement is only 0.1 and 2. This one is 0.123, right? So you click on here, you pull it down all the way to the lowest price, and you pull it up to here. So you can see that, for example, this would be my support levels, right? As of today, assuming this is live, right now we are here at 381. Where is the next support? 377, 367, and 357, right? That is the next support, right? You can see that when it came to here, it just went down. That means it's totally useless already. It not even helping anything, right? And then it went down to the 1. By right, it should already have bounced off, right? And then the stock drop, rise a bit, telling you that this level is damn useless. We look out for the next level, 1.236, right? 1.236, which is about 357. Take a look at this 357. It bounced immediately on Monday, right? This Monday, that's the lowest price so far, right? That's the 1.236. So these are your key levels. Usually these two are the one we are looking for. So you use extension when there is a wave. That means you can already see the first wave, and now you are trying to find out. What you are finding out is number 3, right? Can you see this is called your 1, 2, 3. You're finding number 3. Right now we are at 4. Assuming I can see 4, let's say 4 does this. Right, let's say 4 does this to here. Assuming this is 4, and it starts to drop a little bit. I want to know where is 5. So what I will do now is I will once again use extension, right? And I would be using 0.234. Right, please don't use 012. 012 is the previous wave. You always use the recent wave. So as of today, assuming the current price is here, let's say the current price is here at 378, right? I would be doing this from 2 to 3 to 4, assuming the price went here and dropped. So I would have my levels out once again, and usually the 1.0 level or the 1.236, that this level is where the stock will go to if there's a wave 5. So I will know that, oh, there's a support at 348, there's a support at 336, blah, 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 right? That is called your wave 5, and if they come to here, I'll expect the wave to be completed. We may start a new, maybe uptrend, for example, right? So that is how you actually do a wave pattern, right, using the FIBS. So I can just show you on probably Tesla, right, if you want to take a look. So for example, assuming that Tesla is here today, right, I want you to draw your support and resistance. Support, probably, right? I think it's very obvious there's a support here, right? At this level, it bounced off. Now we are coming back near, there could be a support, right? And then assuming I'm just doing the normal method, I'm waiting. When it come there, obviously my support cannot make it, right? The stock actually just literally went below it. So I have no more support today. That is when I will try to use Fibonacci to find out where are the possible support. So you can see that, for example, this is your 0, right? This is called your 0. and this is called 1. It dropped to here and it recovered until here. This is called your 2. Agree? And when it dropped until here, this is called your 3. This is called your 4. So as of today, what I'm trying to find is where is 5. If I want to find 5, please use 2, 3, 4. Don't use 0, 1, 2. That's over already. Right? So I will be using extension from 2, which is here, to here, 3, and then 4. And these are my levels, and it is already out. Right, these are my levels and it is already out. So I can see that, oh, my next support is actually the 1.0, which is 228, followed by 208, about there. Right, we are in a downtrend. Don't try too long. Right, if I am an investor, assuming I love Tesla so much, I love to buy it. Right, I think that it will be very strong in the next 5-10 years. It's a good time to buy for sure, but don't just anyhow buy at your key level. Right, when the stock came here, it immediately bounced off. If you want to add a little bit, I think that is totally fine. Right, came down again, go up, is very normal. Right, and then the stock, usually if it comes the second time, they are not very strong. So you can see that the 1.0 is gone. Now the next level is the 1.236. Now it is at the 1.236. For example, if you want to buy for your investment, right, you definitely can buy here at 209, right, because usually this is during the one in between 1 and 1.236 is usually where the wave 5 will end, in between this period, right? And you can see what happened, right? There's a sharp rally afterwards. So it touched the 1.236 and this is your wave 5 actually already. Can you see? Right, it dropped until here and then maybe we can start a uptrend or whatever not, I don't know lah. Right, but usually once the wave 5 end, we may start a uptrend usually. Right, so if look, the stock came back again to the level, right? And I think the rest you should know. The stock did not even drop below this level at all, right? And started rising. Yeah. So this is the 1.236 as of today. If you want to see why I said that uh as of now, right? If you ask me, Tesla today is actually only on a 012. This is called 0. We started dropping from here on 21st September. This is called your 1 and this is called your 2. We are now in wave 3, right? That means it's not even 4 and 5 yet. So if I were to do it, same thing, here to here to here, can you see that right now we are at the 1.236, which is usually quite a strong support. So it will be normal if the stock recover a bit, right? Recover back to here, I think is reasonable, or even here. And once you see that, I can call this 3, and assuming we start to reject, I can call this 4. Agree? Right. So I would then be doing the new wave, because usually they go 5 wave. You're only on the 3rd wave. This is why I'm very bearish on Tesla. Right. If there's any reversal, it's only called the 4th wave. There's still more downside, most likely based on wave theories. Right. So assuming this happen, I'll be pulling from 2 to 3 and to 4 here. And the wave 5 usually should end somewhere in between this thing here lah. Right? So if it recovered now, that is called your wave 4. And if it starts to reject, there's a possibility that it can continue to go lower, like what happened in the past back then at this period. This is called your 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 happened here. So if you take a look at today, 0, 1 to 2, and to 3. This is what it is doing now. 0 to 1 to 2 and to 3. We haven't even come up for 4. Right, once it come up for 4 and reject, we may go for wave 5, which will lead us to easily below $200 for sure. Yeah, so just be careful if you want to buy this stock, right? Unless you're telling me for investment, go ahead. For trading, try to stay a little bit bearish lah, more than bullish. All right, so assuming that you really don't know how to do it, teach you a shortcut. If you can see 0, 1 and 2 and you lazy to do the rest, you can actually just do this: 0, 1 to 2. Can you see this thing called, it went all the way to the 2.618, which that was the bottom, right? It came here all the way and bounced off, came here and bounced off. If we were to repeat the whole thing, to me, this is called my 0 today on Tesla. This is called my 1, and this is called my 2. Right? Assuming I don't know where's 3 and 4, I just pull this thing out again, once again, 0 to 1 to 2. I'm looking at almost the same level, which is the 2.618. That would be $175, right? $175. Back then, that was the area that it bounced off, or we ended this, right? Do it again for you. 0, 1, 2. Take a look at this thing here, right? The 2.6 level, which is about 209. We bottom out there. So as of today, Tesla is at 238. If really we want to drop, Tesla really can drop to there one, right? So just be very, very careful. All right.